Okay, so let's get started building our first form. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Not a quiz to start with, but a form. And again, we're just looking for feedback, sending out some surveys. I'm just trying to get some general information based on the questions we provide to our respondents. And before we start building our form, it's really important that we have an idea of what we want it to look like. Kind of plan it out ahead of time. We want to know things like what types of questions are we going to be asking? What's the purpose of the form? How might our respondents answer to the form? Will there be branching involved? Are we going to add images? Having an idea of what we want our form to look like before we go ahead and start it will make it much easier for us once we're actually in the planning and designing phase of our form. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new form. And what we're looking at is feedback for our new employee portal for our company, Arrowbar. It's a new portal. It's been out for about a month or so, and we want to know how are employees feeling about it. Is it easy to use? Do they know how to navigate it? We want just some general feedback based on that information. So now that we kind of have an idea of what we want our form to look like and the types of questions that we want to be on it, let's go ahead and start building it. So again, this is going to be our employee portal feedback form. So from our forms environment, we're going to select new form. That's going to bring up our blank form for us to go ahead and start building. And we can see right away the first thing that we need to do is title this form. So we talked about how we want this to be based on our employee portal, and we're looking for feedback. So that's going to be our title. So to go ahead and get started, I'm just going to click right on Untitled Form and start typing in the title. And it's employee portal feedback. So once we type that in, we'll see a couple of things start to appear on our screen. First, to the right of our title, you'll see our image icon. So we do have the ability to add in images and pictures, really make this all looking fancy for our respondents. And we're going to talk about that in later videos about how to design and even brand our forms. Below that, we can enter in a description. So again, what is this form about? What are we looking for our users to go ahead and put in? So I'm going to add in our description, which is feedback for the new employee portal. So that's what we're looking at. We're just going to keep that pretty general, make it about, again, what this form is all about. And then below that, you're going to see this lightning bolt, that image here. This is a really cool feature here in Forms. You'll see where it says question suggestion. So based on the information that we start to build in our form, Forms is going to look at that and be like, all right, you know what? I think this is what you're looking to add in. And we're going to see that as we go through our videos, how we can use that to make this a little bit more efficient and just kind of keep moving through our form as we're building it. There's a couple other features here in just our description and title that we want to talk about that will also apply later to our questions on our form. And that is the ability to format our text. So if I come back to my title, Employee Portal Feedback, if I highlight 1, 2, or all 3 of the words here, we're going to notice that our floating toolbar appears above. So I have the ability to bold, italicize, or underline my text here. So I really want this to stand out. I want my title to be really super clear. So I'm just going to go ahead and select bold. And we also, once you hover over it, you'll notice the keyboard shortcuts available to you as well. On a PC, you have Control B for bold, or on a Mac, it would be the Command button. So I'm going to go ahead and select bold, really make that title jump on and pop on my screen here. And then I'm going to come back to my description, and I'm going to say, you know what, I want this to be italicized a little bit. That's kind of cool looking. So again, you just highlight it, click on it, and then that floating toolbar will appear for you. So now that we have our title and our description, we're going to talk next about how to add questions and look for feedback on our survey.